Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're going to take a very quick look here at Cardano, just an update from yesterday. Got a lot of requests for this, so we'll double check that as well. So if you're new to the channel, just welcome aboard. Hope you can learn something today. Been trading for a very long time and teaching as well, so hope you can be more educated as a result of this. And obviously, you want to become a better trader. CryptoCash.tech is a website linked down below where you can become part of our trading community, academy, or signals group. Really up to you, honestly. Really cool options there. Quick little congrats to our community members here. We took some nice healthy profits here from BNB. That was an older trade, about 143%, 37% from Cardano, Dogecoin 40%, Reef 36%, Bitcoin 86% on a long from 43,000 to 52K, and of course ICP at 32%. Those are all just 5x leverage trades. I do 10x Bitcoin most of the time, but generally speaking, that's they're very safe and effective trades. Okay. If you're curious about our trading results, just check our Twitter, Telegram, or Discord. I've got all of those provided. Every month we provide an update with that. Okay, so daily time frame here. Let's look at that in a minute. I want to double check a couple of things here. Significant amount of liquidation at the 52 to 53 cent range. We've known that for a while, but generally speaking, there's a lot less shorts in the market. So folks are trying less hard to short, it seems, as they are typically do. Okay, I think people are starting to get the hint that Bitcoin's here to stay and that there's a good chance that Bitcoin could continue higher. I personally think Bitcoin's going to retrace a little bit just because we are overextended on the macro on multiple time frames. But once more, how does that tie into this here? It does, but it doesn't. And what I mean by that is Cardano's done very well for itself on its own. However, if any coin decides it wants to pull back, it's mainly because Bitcoin is pulling back. Okay, so just keep in mind, strong chance we could see reach some retracement. We got this support level here. This is a weekly candlestick closure at about 57 cents. So please understand that was a solid resistance level previously. Could be the new support. We want to reverse our fibs here too because the daily candlestick hasn't closed yet, and there's a great chance that we rejected off that 1.272 mark, which we did. So 61.35 is an effective resistance level for us now. Okay, so you're probably asking yourself, why the heck does this guy reverse his fibs? Why doesn't he just stretch them out a little further? Well, truth is, I prefer Fibonacci retracement levels on larger time frames. And if you see, this was yesterday's candlestick closure. Today's candle hasn't closed yet. So we still need to know the range of motion for that, which is 1.272. Obviously, the first fib level rejected the price action out, and we could very well see the price turn around. It's not happening because of that. It's just that is a natural thing in trading, okay? You'll learn that eventually if you continue to stick around and learn more. But generally speaking, we're looking at all moving averages being below the price action. That's very beneficial. We can see stochastic RSI is trying to swing down, but more so plateauing. Money flow index is very high. Same thing with most other coins. All the more reason why you want to be very careful shorting. We just have one small short open with Bitcoin as a hedge versus our longs that we have open with altcoins. We've taken a lot of profits with our altcoins too, so trust me on this, folks. The sky isn't falling. I don't think Bitcoin's going to drop super hard, but if it does, it should pivot off 51 or 50,000 even. Either way, taking a look at that here, kind of how that correlates here is that it's a very similar structure. Okay, high money flow index with RSI trailing behind. Those are all bullish signs though. Okay, especially the MFI. Taking a look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see a very similar scenario here. We're up above all moving averages. Again, not necessarily a good condition to short against the coin. We can see here as well that stochastic is swinging up, money flow index is high, and traditional RSI above 70. All bullish signs. And again, I know people are probably thinking, wait a minute, how is it bullish if the price is overbought, right? Because obviously it's overextended. Well, the truth is cryptocurrency doesn't care about overextension in most cases, and the price will continue to run in most situations. We're at a 9+1 here. So in other words, we're roughly about, that'd be 40 hours of continuation in the same direction without retracement. So it just means that soon we will see the price pull back. And perhaps even the candle we're seeing right now is the pullback. That could very well be the case. Okay? So please understand, just because it's overextended doesn't mean it won't continue to run, but it's less likely to. Okay? Again, this coin doesn't have as many bearish divergences as Bitcoin does on a larger time frame, so I'd be willing to guess that Cardano, if it does pull back because of Bitcoin, it'll probably respond very nicely. So my consideration here would be maybe add alert right here at about that 57 cent mark, and see if we can maybe catch a nice long from that most recent weekly candlestick closure. Actually, I misspoke. It's not recent. It's a long time ago. But the simple fact of the matter is here, you could see that working as a resistance previously, and now it's a tentative support. Okay, so you can just kind of, if you can see that line there, it's pretty obvious that the price action is kind of hanging out right there at about 57 cents. So again, that's somewhat of a support level for us as a rough approximate. Okay, so all that being said, the 4-hour time frame is still bullish, folks. Definitely looking good. Take a quick peek at the hourly. Very similar scenario here as well. We're seeing a 9 on TD sequential, little reset. So again, a natural correction down to this most recent fib and or most recent high would make sense. Okay, so I'm not saying you should short, but if you're going to short, tight targets and make sure that you have your stop loss in place just in case. You never truly know. Bitcoin can run at any given time. A lot of there's speculation that the 4-year cycle is essentially null and void now that we've broken through that 0.618 fib level without retracement. The macro behavior is behaving much different than we're used to. So in that sense, I would recommend just analyzing the charts a little more thoroughly instead of speculating on history. While history does have a tendency of repeating itself, it often doesn't too, right? But these indicators that we're using, the indications that we have, they all lean one way or the other, and that's more so probably what you should be using instead of just this more theory. It should be more practical TA. Again, that's what served us well. We longed Bitcoin from 43 to 52,000, took some monster profits on it, while other communities that I understand were shorting the entire time. Okay, so again, please don't get your head stuck in like a certain mindset, like it's going one way or the other, just because of some major retracement history lines. All right, anyways, I know it sounds contradictory because TA is mostly that anyways, but there's aspects of TA that you can focus on, and I think those were the wrong ones. Having said all that, hourly time frame, Ichimoku Cloud, still confirming a lot of bullish behavior here, so there's no reason to think this guy's going to fall. Everything here tells us that we're good to go for a long position, and that you shouldn't be shorting into it. The truth is, the price will probably still pull back regardless of that, okay? And that's where the Ichimoku Cloud is good and in some cases bad, because it gives you lagging indications of what's going on. Right now, catch the micro movements, you're probably going to want to be considered more so into a day trade versus a swing trade, right? Me personally, I'd much rather wait a few hours and get in where I want instead of trying to fight my way to that level with a bunch of longs and shorts, opening and closing my positions, right? Different strategies for different people. So having said all that, what does this mean for us here? Well, simply put, you shouldn't short this coin, but I do feel like we're going to see the price pull back at the very least to this 58.3 cent mark to likely retest that most recent high as a new low, or continue a little bit lower to the 57 cent range, possibly even its average true range here, based on volume at 56. So again, these are not guaranteed scenarios here, but if this is the top, we should expect an ABC pattern moving forward. And that would make sense because, again, Bitcoin's kind of printing an ABC potential pattern as well, or at least we've likely hit our initial top. So a lower low and a lower high from here would make sense. Okay? Again, does crypto make sense? Probably. Very rarely. Yeah, so you just kind of got to roll with it, folks. Again, based on what we see here so far, I think a short-term pullback makes sense, but we still have some pretty significant bullish momentum with this coin. So I would just be very, very careful shorting this coin. I'd recommend instead, which I prefer to do in most cases, wait for a better long. Okay, we're in a bullish uptrend right now. There's no other way around it. Till we confirm bearish with significant moving averages on larger time frames from other coins, then we're going to be in a position right now. We got to expect the price to continue higher. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at there. Friendly advice: be very careful. Last thing too, we got a lot of new members coming over here. Yes, if you use my link to register, you're going to be automatically eligible for our $10,000 prize pool trading competition at the end of this month. You have to use my link to register, of course. If you had already, you're good to go. But bottom line, no KYC or VPN requirements for this exchange. Highly recommend you using them. They are awesome. They've done very well for our community. Thank you again, Bitunix. And thank you, too, for just being an awesome part of my life. Appreciate the likes and subscribes and follows, of course. Deeply appreciate you doing that every time you watch my videos. And I hope you have a good rest of your day, too. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you on the next one. Take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.